am very flattered to be here. It's nice for me to be there in Rotterdam. I never thought that I should be in a museum because for me, from my life, during my life, let's say. Because for me, like people that were in the museum, it was always like people that were dead. But when I met them, I find them so like energetic, so full of energy and desire to do something interesting, that I say, why not? And maybe it's a kind of new adventure for me.
Can you explain how, from a very young age, you were fascinated by fashion?
My grandmother, she let me see everything I wanted to see. On me during that time, I could look what she has in her cupboard, and I discovered a corset. I didn't know what it was. It was like flesh color, it was with lace at the back, it was like strange and beautiful at the same time, very intriguing. I loved it and I find it very nice and like that. So it was in my head. And years after, I already was starting, I was already doing fashion and doing shows and collection, and I saw some girls that were around me and that wanted to have some bra, wanted to wear, it was like the post-liberation, time. So the young girls wanted to have instrument of seduction, but because they wanted it, not because they were forced to do it, it was by choice. So at that time I find maybe the corset of my grandmother should be great, and maybe it should be beautiful to make dress from that and to make it like a evening dress, why not, and something like that. So it's why the corset, so she influenced me in that.
Most of us know Mr. Gaultier for wearing a lot of striped sweaters, the sailor sweaters. Can you explain why the sailor sweaters, the stripes, always been, from your very first collection, you're in a uniform, and then from couture to ready-to-wear, different variations?
I should say that I make a fixation, let's say, with the stripe, because first, when I was a child, I used to have some stripe t-shirt. When I was adolescent, it was the beginning. It was the flea market that became in fashion because it was not costing a lot, it was quite cheap. And I saw the one of the Marine Française, the French sailor one, which was a particular, which is white on the top of the sleeve, on the top near the neck, And I love that one, I find it very graphic. I was doing for the time like a raincoat collection for one person, and I sketched the raincoat with a stripe. And the director of the company said, oh, it's nice with a stripe, maybe we should present the raincoat like you sketch, with a stripe. So little by little, I would get in love with the fascination of the stripe.
But he always wanted to show how different beauties can be accepted in society, no matter what their skin color was, the age, the body size. Can you explain why it's important for you?
For me, it was important not to show, to show also attitude. Not only beauty physically, I mean like color of hair, skin, carnation, shapes, and different shapes, even sometimes like with more volume, not only the very slim one, but sometimes. But I can love also the teeny one, It's not that I prefer that, it's like I show different people that I can find beautiful. I think there is not only one kind of beauty. And sometimes some attitude, some way of walking, some way of being, that was more contemporary, that's a very artificial way, which is like the one to make a fashion show. It is very artificial to walk for a fashion show. The hand on the hips and like that, it's an attitude that I find more attractive. Some people that were walking very naturally, but with a strongness that was becoming from themselves.
Why do you want to give access to couture for men with luxury clothes?
For equality of the sex, of course. Women can be fragile and strong, and men can be fragile. So I wanted, after equality, to show that men also can be sensible, fragile, stupid, male object.
And Jean Paul has been working with Madonna for the first time for the Blonde Ambition Tour in 1990. Can you tell us about your relation?
When you love Madonna, you love her also of what she says, what she does, or you don't like maybe what she does. But it's also her in it, It's not only the voice, the music, etc. It's the personage by itself and what she tells about. And she was wearing a lot of my clothes. So I saw in what she was doing, and how she was speaking about sexuality, and how she was at the same time like strong, very macho in reality, a macho woman. She's more macho than a lot of men macho, you know, and at the same time seductive, using like using the sexual connotation and seduction and code of seduction of a woman object, but choosing to do that. So she was completely, is what I wanted to show, you know, that mix of strong and masculine and feminine in herself.